just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, my cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah.
Will we see another miracle in Miami? It's the coach. This is week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, a second straight home game to begin the year for the Miami Dolphins as they square off with their AFC East rivals, the New England Patriots. We can only hope this year's game has as good a finish as last year's game-winning double lateral. But for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Tom Brady and the defending Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, look, some might say that football is a young man's fancy, so to speak, but don't tell that to these two quarterbacks because they come in here with a lot, and I mean a lot, of NFL experience.
Hey, I like the young Turks. I like the Baker Mayfields. I like the Patrick Mahomes. I like the Lamar Jacksons. But I do like those grizzled veterans who know how to play the game, know how to run their team, and know how to handle difficult situations. Maybe I'm just showing my age, too.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby.
The Patriots come out led by the 4-time Super Bowl MVP and owner of a record 6 Super Bowl rings. Arguably the greatest to ever play the game, Tom Brady. And we keep asking the same questions every year. How much longer can he keep doing this? Is this the year the dynasty crumbles? And every year Brady comes out and leads his team to the Super Bowl. They've been there now 3 years in a row, and only one team has made it 4. That's the Buffalo Bills. But remember, they lost all 4 in the early 90s. Going quickly here to Thomas. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
And the big story, of course, no Rob Gronkowski at tight end. Who's going to step up for the big-time playmaker? Who's going to give Tom Brady the security blanket that he used to have from big number 87?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Look at the starters defensively for the Dolphins. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And now running right through it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Fitzpatrick on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for the Dolphins. 52 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off, and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with the defender right there. They'll run with his second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. A look now at the Miami offense.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense, because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run from White. And now look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble, because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. First down, here's White. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These 5th-rounders, and to use him as an example, maybe you take a little bit of a flyer on someone, hope you hit goal.
Exactly, because when you get into the 5th round, you're usually not counting on him to become a starter right away, but we've seen so many times 5th, 6th, 7th, undrafted free agents who come in and make their way, and in a big way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now an open man, that's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. The starters defensively now for the Patriots. Coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
White 80! 52's the mic. Check pass. Check pass. You know, Mike 52. Mike 52. Here we go.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. They'll run on 1st down. It's White. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
A pretty big opening there on 1st down. 8 yards up to the 33. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Fitzpatrick. He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 32 that time. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL. That's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of it.
Fitzpatrick. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Now Balaj. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Here's Fitzpatrick. They'll roll him out right, escaping the pressure right. Now, I'll tell you, the effort's sensational, but he may have come up a foot or so short of the line he needed. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Balaj. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. To throw, Fitzpatrick. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Fitzpatrick with touchdown number 8 on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
And that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards. Dancing to his left. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. It's the fullback. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
That's a really nice play concept there. Bootleg him out to the right. They're going to move the pocket and try and keep the rush away from him. I love that he was able to throw back against the grain a little bit and find a receiver cutting from the backside of the formation across the middle.
Sanders on for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On first down, it's White. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now Brady. He gets it to Thomas.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Brady on target to Edelman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 big yards on that one. And a New England first down. On first and 10, here's Brady. Dorsett making the catch. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, and that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Benjamin Watson. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And he is a reliable. Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And the Bills have taken the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Staying on his feet. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. Second and 10 now from the 27. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A gain there of 21 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Run here with Balazs. Now the Patriots going as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice. On fourth down, let's see what's in store here. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll kick things off with a rematch of Super Bowl 25. Buffalo making one of 2 visits to MetLife Stadium this year. This one to take on the New York Giants. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And at halftime, they trail the visiting Seahawks in that ball game. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And that game has gone to halftime with the visiting Cardinals out on top. Kyler Murray, a touchdown pass in that first half. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back. A big reason why some of these catches we take a look at right now.
And I've seen it so many times that when units with each other and play even better, and they're making every catch possible. Contested, non-contested, easy, difficult, big-time plays. And right now, that's why their team's in the lead.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Fitzpatrick now, buying time to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Now Fitzpatrick, and this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. From the 30 on second down. Brady caught by the tight end Watson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
On second and 11 now. Brady complete to Watson, the tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, it's Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. On third and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Opting to run again here with White. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's third and inches. From the gun, it's Brady. And it's caught. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? They'll run with Michelle. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's fourth down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. They'll try and run it with White, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it second and goal. Second down and goal. Brady, and this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. First down, Fitzpatrick. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This is caught. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Touchdown, Miami. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They start the drive with White, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, Dorsett's got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. Brady, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And he'll get that to Michel, complete.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, he's got White here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. Pretty move. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 53 yards. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keep it.
And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Throwing on first down is Brady. This is White on the screen. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Brady to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Again, they'll throw with Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Brady to throw again. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Able to shake him off. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Going deep here for Stills. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
And that's caught inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check 43. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
To throw again. Fitzpatrick. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want two. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. Regular.
Brady now on 1st down. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st down, Brady. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Brady. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
The previous play is
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides.
And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. Shoves him aside. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Again, it's Balaj. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Now Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rashad Jones. He was looking for Edelman there.
Hey, let's go. Interception all day, baby. Let's get this. 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing here, Fitzpatrick. Going to look deep for Wilson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I'ma shine out, working hard, yeah I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Under late, yeah I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that?
Leon Lett, where are you now? Hey, it's the coach. This is week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, it's a rematch of one of the more memorable Thanksgiving games in NFL history, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. Thankfully, no snow in the Texas forecast here on September 22nd. So let's get this out to our colleagues, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Cowboys take the field, and the man leading them, Dak Prescott, who's been remarkably consistent through his first 3 NFL seasons. 23, 22, and 22 touchdown passes as he put together a 32-16 regular season record in those 3 years at the helm.
Check, 43. We got to get the ball. Can you get the ball?
Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend. Sets all the line calls and blocks so aggressively.
Second and 5 now. Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they start this game just like they won. Opening drive touchdown, a nice run there to finish it off.
Yeah, that's what we call an explosive run because of the distance. And being able to do that, that puts a little uncertainty in the minds of your opponent.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it with Balazs. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Looking to throw on second down. Fitzpatrick. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Oh, look at the starters defensively for the Dolphins. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
You go. 52's the mark, 52. Set the tone, defense.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down?
Oh, pressure comes, and the Dolphins block it. And a big play there, and the result, they'll get it 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now, so much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Right 20. Right there, 55.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Caught. It's Wilson. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Fitzpatrick. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Albert Wilson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an out. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 77 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And now the Dolphins have it. The big fella. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
That's our ball. Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. Now, their passing game has certainly been buoyed by some unbelievable. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do.
And that's caught inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Here we go.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball is not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play in football.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down.
Right there. 54 Mike. Come to work. We won. Strong. Kill. Left.
Again, it's Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Watch left.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. They'll run with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 41. Fitzpatrick, it's complete, Stills. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Fitzpatrick on first down. And Stills bringing it in. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you set the tone this way and run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? On 2nd down, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they show confidence in their defense by punting it away.
And he's going to be taken down to the end zone. Fitzpatrick sacked, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Prescott on first down. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott caught by Cobb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Oh, Prescott stripped. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. The kick by Marr is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Cole Beasley, a touchdown reception. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Sammy Watkins, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Tom Brady at it again. 3 touchdown passes. In our game, we got to see a little Fitz magic. Ryan Fitzpatrick looking good. His guys have the lead in Big D as we get you back to AT&T Stadium in Dallas. And Brandon.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. He spins free. Oh, he sheds himself free. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So he took that one at the 6, returned it all the way to the end zone. An electric return it was, 94 yards to the house. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams at 8:20. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on.
Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. That one complete. Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the... A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. There he goes left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 40. The 20. 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick six last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a feint. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There was a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott going right side. He has Witten. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott, that's complete to Cobb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Let's go.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Elliott on 1st down. Got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Now Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14.
Kill. 47.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Check 24.
3rd and long for Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter, and the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick. Now he's forced out left. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
50, 20, 50 to
Looking to throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Arlington, it's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Fitzpatrick now. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Now a handoff here to his running back. Shrugs off another. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. It's complete. Stills. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football.
That's caught inside the 20. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
12 more yards there and another first down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Prescott down. Oh, Prescott stripped. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
40 yards. Wait, here we go. Double time. 40.
The drive will commence with a run by Malage. Leighton Vander Esch, third in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year, there on the stop. On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. That's to his running back, complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. It gets him over the middle of the column. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. He spins free. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
This is caught, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Durham Smythe, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire... Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.